All right, we are live, YouTube. Um, I'm just on my way to the store right now to put up a flyer because I know that Smith has a community bulletin board, and I printed 4, so I think there's a few other local places that are walking distance that I can check while I'm out that might have community bulletin boards. Also got a new bottle. I'll be talking about this later on, but I just want to talk a little bit about posting signs, advertisements, pieces of paper on telephone poles and light poles, and mostly telephone poles, because light poles around here are, well, they're metal. See that green one right there? It's solid metal. So, because I was looking online, because I was curious what's legal to post in there and what's not. At least for my area in Orem, Utah, I know that it's totally legal, or at least it seems like it's legal to completely post like missing animal or garage sale signs, yard sale signs. People do that all the time. There's so much of it that it would be hard for me to believe that's not legal around here. I've seen a few other types of signs get posted. I don't know about those ones, whether they're legal or not. But more often than not, it's missing pet or a garage sale sign. Last time I saw another sign, I forget what it was for, but it was the design where there's like a little tear-off strip. But here's the thing, I started looking online because I was like, what if I post some signs up for my short film showing, which I was kind of questioning whether or not that was legal. And it makes me wonder why, because back when my camera was stolen and my friend was raising funds to help me get a new one, I put up some QR codes. Just a QR code. My hope was that, people would just see the QR code and be like, I wonder what that links to, and snap a picture of it, go to the link. I'm not sure if that one was legal or not, but here's the thing. I looked online and I found that it's illegal to put stuff up like... I was going to show one because there's one just behind me, but hold on. Trying. Okay, yes, you guys should be able to see that without reading. There's one right there. I don't want to give away somebody's address or something. Anyways, so it's not legal because they are private property. They are owned by telephone poles. Are owned by telephone company or the electrical company. Same thing with the light poles, and mailboxes is also illegal unless it's on the house, or I think if it's in the, what's the word, or if it's on the business, if it's a mail slot on a home or a business, it's fine, because they're not the United States Postal Service doesn't want anything in mailboxes other than mail that's been sent through their service. And there are some... Oh, what am I thinking of? Well, there are plenty of instances where people have put stuff in mailboxes, and I don't think they've done anything about it. I don't know if they're actually going to actively go after people for it. And that's one where I don't really see the point. So we'll talk about that more later. But for the big thing is for the poles and stuff. Okay, yes, I get that it's private property, but they just so happen to be the best way to put stuff up. And one of the big things that makes this dangerous and illegal is when people use tacks or staples. What? I never do that. And I have seen some with staples in them, and the photograph they showed had tons of nails and staples, and the problems that this causes are, one second, there is, see that really, really dark cloud, just in the midst of all the other clouds? I'm not smoke, but it looks to me like just a random patch of smoke amongst the clouds. I'm not sure. The sky is actually really clear for all the smoke we've been having with the fires lately. So anyways, it's dangerous in a leak. It's dangerous because, one, you might accidentally tap into some of the wires that could be inside of the pole, which I didn't know they put wires in the pole. At least around here, I thought they were just like running along the top because telephone pole. But I guess some could have wires in the pole. I've seen a few with a wire running to the ground. So there is a chance that you might accidentally tap into a wire and get electrocuted. So there's that. And then there's also a chance, you know, the big thing that, like, if they have to climb it, they've usually got some sort of little spikes on the bottom of their shoes that help them get a little bit of traction. They don't poke in as deep as the pins would. They're not like nails on the bottom of the shoe, but there's little spikes that help get them traction when they're climbing up the pole to do maintenance work, and their foot might not get a good hold if it slips on a smooth surface of a nail or a staple. I've used the... Hold on a second. You have used 2 gigabytes of the 3 gigabyte high-speed data in your T-Mobile stash. If you use all of this data, you will experience slower speeds, up to 128 kilobits. So basically, my internet might slow down a bit. I'm pretty sure YouTube watching is included in not going over my data limit. I can watch as much YouTube as I want, and it won't go over, I think. I don't know about streaming. So anyways, back to our thing. Those are dangers, yes, I can see that. But really, who uses a staple? The other thing they mentioned too is the fact that the sign's going to blow away afterwards and not really be there anymore. And last few times that I've put up signs, I wasn't perfect at this, but I tried to remember to go take them up later. One time I did. The case of the QR code time, I didn't. I just forgot. I kept forgetting every time I walked by that area. But, so I can see that's a danger. And then also cracking down on people that use glue to put them up. Why use glue? Just, no. Look, the best method is tape. It's quick, it's easy, it's cheap. And if you really want to make sure that your sign has a better chance of staying down, then put a piece of tape actually across the whole top and bottom edge of the paper, kind of wrap around the pole. The best chance that it will stay on and less likely to get blown away. And I don't know. So I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, I'm just wondering, just seriously, why staples and just use tape, okay? If you're gonna do it, I mean, it might be a good idea to know your actual laws. There could be some places in the U.S. or around the world where they do crack down on this, but you make it safe, use tape. And if you want, you can tape it well so that it has a better chance of staying. And then you can, come back later on and take it down so you're not littering. I'm sure there are probably some other biodegradable options too. Like you could probably find some biodegradable tape. And then make sure you're using some nice biodegradable paper and go from there. So garage sales and yard sales, things like that, I don't think will ever stop being put on yard signs. Those are very effective ways of advertising, especially since there are people who would just drive around looking for yard sales and garage sales, hoping for that next big deal. But for everything else, I can definitely see it being a little more legally troubling. What? Huh. I've never seen a car like that before. Interesting design. But yeah, so I can see it being legal trouble, especially if you're a business. They'd probably come more hard down on a business than an individual, because businesses should know the law. That should be a thing. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like down below. I've got more of me talking. If it wasn't necessarily your thing, I highly encourage you to check out the rest of my channel, because I do a lot of other stuff that isn't just me talking, nice edited things, short films. Got one coming out soon. See you guys in whatever's next.